Hello, I'm David Chaston with 989, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, including news of markets hitting record highs after the US jobs report. This morning's release of the US non-farm payrolls report saw the ADP data confirmed. The jobs gain was 288,000 in June, and the unemployment rate eased lower to 6.1% from 6.3%. Their participation rate was unchanged, however, at a lowly 62.8%. The most interesting part was that their long-term unemployment last month accounted for the smallest proportion of US jobless ranks in 5 years, and more than half of the new jobs in 2014 came with above-average pay. The American trade deficit also added to the positive tone, shrinking a bit more than expected in May as exports jumped to a record high. Across the Atlantic, the ECB left its policy rate unchanged this month after cutting them to a record low last month and instituting a negative interest rate on deposits held with the central bank. Mario Draghi says he thinks that they now have the deflation threat contained, but he also says the risks are all negative at the moment. In Australia, the RBA spent yesterday trying to talk down its currency with some small effect. It was helped by weaker than expected retail sales data for May, although building approvals were better than was anticipated. The RBA talk is unlikely to be effective for very long because markets indicate they don't see it backed up with any action. Declining American unemployment and the pledge that European interest rates will stay low jolted the Dow Jones Industrial Average above 17,000 for the first time ever and lifted the US dollar and sent bonds lower. US Treasury 10-year bond yields jumped in New York today on the good data and are now at 2.65%. The oil price is down again and slipping below $104 a barrel. Gold fell too and is now down at $1,320 an ounce. The American markets have closed early today for the July 4 holiday weekend. And finally today, an echo in China from some small item we covered here yesterday. The BNZ online retail report noted relatively heavier use by rural New Zealand of online shopping than their urban counterparts. Well, overnight, China's media reported the same thing. Rural China is embracing online shopping faster than people in urban areas. We start today with the New Zealand dollar slightly higher at 87.5 US cents, up to 93.6 Aussie cents on the week Aussie, and the TWI is now at 81.5, just 16 basis points from being at a record high. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.